Established itself as the fastest growing platform company in North America, catering to a diverse range of sports teams. The platform offers various options at affordable prices for clubs, middle schools, high schools, and college sports. In addition to the platforms, QuickCut offers stat breakdowns for all major sports. The dedicated team delivers an exhaustive analysis of game stats, season stats, shot charts, and other critical details that can help teams improve their performance each week. The QuickCut platform even offers custom packages tailored to meet specific program requirements. But that's not all. QuickCut's recently joined forces with Stage to offer AI cameras for streaming events. Customers looking for high-quality coverage of their events in gyms, stadiums, or fields can rely on QuickCut's dependable service. For more information about QuickCut and its offerings, please visit quickcut.com. established itself as the fastest growing platform company in North America, catering to a diverse range of sports teams. The platform offers various options at affordable prices for clubs, middle schools, high schools, and college sports. In addition to the platforms, QuickCut offers stat breakdowns for all major sports. The dedicated team delivers an exhaustive analysis of game stats, season stats, shot charts, and other critical details that can help teams improve their performance each week. The QuickCut platform even offers custom packages tailored to meet specific program requirements. But that's not all. QuickCut's recently joined forces with Stage to offer AI cameras for streaming events. Customers looking for high-quality coverage of their events in gyms, stadiums, or fields can rely on QuickCut's dependable service. For more information about QuickCut and its offerings, please visit quickcut.com.
Tiffany Clemente, number 9, junior third baseman.
Gianna Hall, number 7, junior third baseman and catcher.
Savannah Gomont, number 5, junior, pitcher and first base.
Jacqueline Lara, number 17, sophomore outfield.
Mia Fisher, number 13, sophomore infield.
Liana Spiegel, number 1, junior outfield.
Annalyn Duncan, senior infield.
Skyla Shaw, number 2, University Titans.
Maggie Blanton, 4, first base, junior.
Lillian Vaught, number 3, second base, junior.
Maggie Blanton, 4, junior, first base.
Bella Delgado, number 10, sophomore utility. Olivia Boone, number 12, sophomore pitcher.
Game. University High School Titans take on Lake Mary. And this is going to look like a pretty good game, Reedy. What do you say?
Yes, it was a great game last year. I remember it March 4th, 2022. You can actually check out a photo on Titan TV's Instagram of me and Chris broadcasting this exact game last year. But we didn't get to see Boone. We had Grace Taylor, so it's going to be nice seeing a sophomore in there today.
Absolutely. So Livy Boone will be the starting pitcher here today for the Titans as we get set for the first pitch.
And up to bat is Tegan Larimore.
It's going to be a ball just down low, caught lower left-hand corner of the strike zone, excuse me. So already University 6-4 facing off 8-6 Lake Mary in a non-district home game. Today it's decently cloudy, so the sun won't play a huge factor on the outfielders as this pitch is going to be a strike. So starting off a little hot there for Livy Boone.
It
Strike down the middle.
It is noticeably humid outside, though, Chris. So I do think that could certainly play a factor in energy out here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just the physics of the ball. That ball's going to fly a lot farther in a humid environment. This ball's chopped over to third. Gianna Parente has it, hesitates the throw. And so that's going to be ruled an infield single there.
Mont looked a little confused on that play. It kind of looked like she expected Boone to run over to first base. Seemed like a simple grounder, but Larimore was going to make it on the first there.
Yeah, Gamont just didn't cover the base, and I think that's just all confusion as far as that. When the third baseman has the ball, I mean, that should be a pretty routine 3-1 play. So now up to the plate.
Casey Kidd.
Casey Kidd, one of the coolest names I think I've heard on a diamond in quite some time.
Yeah, and I think she was here last year with us. I remember her, Rogers, and Dunn. They played significant factors in that game. They kept it close with University, and I expect them to do the same today.
That was a ball inside. Here's the pitch. Runner Ghost rode a second, not in time. So sliding in, it'll be a stolen second base. Time call.
I think Perler just struggled till that ball was thrown a little low off of the glove of Boone.
We do have a player down. That's Tegan. Down on second base. Looks like she may have hit her face on the base. Of course, we hope she's okay. Of course, in my experience playing baseball, it was always my hands that had an issue with sliding into bases, especially coming off a steal. You just have all that momentum up behind you, so when you slide in, all you're focused on is getting the base, not necessarily how you're going to touch it.
And anxiousness, you know. I don't really care how much you practice. I think when you're stealing second and you got the catcher throwing the ball right towards you, it's always a jittery moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So she seems to be okay, so obviously that's good to see. And now we get back to playing some softball. Casey Kidd still up to bat.
Now, don't let the record fool you, Chris. I think that the Titans have a very good ability to show this Lake Mary team that they're not just a 6-4 team. They struggled at the beginning of the season. They only have one loss in their past 6 games, and in those 6 games, they've gone 66-16.
Yeah, that's going to be a swing. May have tipped the bat there, but still a strike either way brings it to a 1-2 count. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, this record doesn't really prove what this Titans team is capable of. We saw a great explosion of power just a couple games ago where they took the win, 16-2. So this team definitely has the capability of beating a team like Lake Mary. They could just keep the chemistry alive.
As well as that huge win against Spruce Creek.
That's chipped past short and misses the umpire. Throw in from Delgado will be in time to keep the runners at their respective corners. Runners at first and third now in scoring position for Lake Mary.
And the Titans really needed that there. They had 2 strikes on that batter, and she was just able to get a good hit down the line of shortstop. Certainly not what University wants here.
That ball just found a gap between third and short. That's a pretty decently sized gap. And when shortstop's holding on the runner from second, 9 times out of 10, that ball's going to make it into the outfield.
Now Boone will face her first righty tonight.
Definitely more of an advantage to the pitcher when you're facing a right-handed batter, just because they don't see the ball as soon as a left-handed batter is that runner's going to go, and they're going to let her.
Yeah, Hurler doesn't really have a choice there with Larimore on third, so they're just going to allow Kidd to get a free base.
This is Gabby Reese, the designated pitcher. DP number 6. Pitch is going to be down low in the third. Just to update you on some roster things. Annalyn Duncan not here at this game, so your infield will be at third, Gianna Parente, followed by Skyla Shaw at shortstop. Then at second base, it's going to be Vaught. Gamont at first. Take a look at your outfield there. It's Delgado and left field. This ball swung on and missed for strike 2. Down to center field is Skyla Shaw. And over in right field is Jacqueline Lara.
So now Reyes has to fight to stay alive. And Boone is going to try and capitalize on her first out of the day.
1-2 pitch, here it is. Showed bunt, pulled it back in time. It's going to be a ball outside, 2-2.
I think what I find so unique about Central is the momentum that the players put into their bats. And you don't see it in baseball. You can see Reyes was going so fast there that she actually had to step into the right batter.
That's a butt chipped up. Gamont gets under it. Can't find the play anywhere else, so that'll make it 1 out now for the Titans. Not a sticky situation. Good keeping the ball in the infield, and just not a well-placed bunt there.
Not making up for her earlier mistakes. That might have been what she was expecting out of that first bat from Larimore, expecting the pop-up bunt, but it just made its way to Hall, and she was not on base on time, but she's going to make up for it there.
And now the girl who probably made the game last year, Avery Dunn, smacks one. It's going to be called foul. Avery Dunn is up to the plate now. And boy, can she hit that ball. I mean, she hit it far last time around here.
Yeah, last time I remember her able to get a ball into the deep outfield late into the game, and it put the Titans in a little bit of a sticky situation.
This ball's going to be roped right over the head of the third baseman. Short can't get there. Here's Delgado. Delgado's going to gun it home. Sliding in. She's going to be called safe, so Lake Mary will score.
Kidd looks a little bit shaken up after that.
Yeah, a little rough slide. I think she was trying to avoid the catcher. Maybe landed on her ankle weird.
But that's going to put Lake Mary at 2-0 early in this game. Not the start the Titans wanted, but they sit on the board with 1 out. Here comes Elise Taylor Rogers.
So we made it past the cleanup hitter. Now here's the 5-hole Taylor Rogers. Here's the first pitch. Rogers fouls it back towards the screen.
Right into the posters.
She had a lot of power behind that swing. She was able to get a little earlier on that. She was really late on that pitch. Boone is starting to really show what she can do, really heating it up here. It's a subtle breeze comes blowing towards center field. That's a good pitch there, not called. Must have caught the
That's
outside
going to be
corner.
a rough one for Boone. Certainly looked right down the plate line, but not going to be able to get that call out of the plate today.
And that's the umpire just showing where his zone is, really helping the pitcher and the batter both know, hey, this is where you can throw it, this is where I'm going to call it, because that ball's low for the ball. Make it 2-1. So a lot of respect to have a strict zone and keeping it nice and even.
Yeah, we certainly didn't see that last week in the baseball matchup. The zone was pretty much all over the place all game long, but it was nice because it felt like pitchers had more of an opportunity to strike batters out.
2-1, here it is, fouled back at the screen, so it's going to be strike number 2, evening the count.
That one coming right for Chris and I as Olivia Boone finds herself in the 2-2. Rogers looking to swing. Rogers, another one of those players that we got to see last year.
Olivia Boone, that 2.16 ERA. Her pitching appearances, of course, followed by Mia Fisher with the 3.5 ERA. That ball is outside. He's going to make this full count 3-2. Boone's had, of course, a lot of experience on the mound here. So it's going to be interesting to see how she gets herself out of this jam. Of course, runner on second scoring position for Lake Mary. You can never count them out. Boone comes set, and the line, the pitch, here it is. Swung on and missed, and she's able to get the out of a full count. 2 outs now.
And a great strikeout for Olivia Boone there. She'll walk Rogers back to the dugout, and we will see Sanchez up to bat.
Aaliyah Sanchez stepping up now, another right-handed batter, excuse me. Get the corners in here. You can see first baseman Savannah Gamont just playing short of what would be the grass. This one's popped foul into the dirt. Pertler able to smother that one and save him from a run trying to move.
And I mean, that's just why Pertler's been on this roster since her freshman season. I mean, she is just, when it comes to catchers, she's amazing, and she's good at getting down on the ball, getting it to
This
second.
is popped out.
Great
Skylar
hit.
Shaw able to make the out, and that'll end the top half of this inning.
Good chip on that ball out of Sanchez, though. Shaw just able to get to it in time. As I was saying, Pertler just good at getting the ball down the second baseline. She struggled earlier, but usually she's right on target.
Yeah, Pertler has that flexibility to be able to dive for those balls that get away from the catcher as usual. We've seen her leap up and catch them that are way high up in the zone, and we've seen her, put herself on the line right in front of home plate. We just saw it a second ago. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what these Titans bats do. Gianna Parente will lead off for us, and we will be right back on Titan TV. And we're back here at University High School for the bottom half of the first inning. Gianna Parente will lead off against Curtis, the pitcher for Lake Mary. So, new pitcher for Gianna to face off against. First pitch is going to be swung on, grounded to short. Can't quite come up with it. Throw to first in time, though, for the first out. So, 1 pitch, 1 out already here, making quick work of these Titans batters. Now stepping up, Skylar Shaw.
Shaw played a very prominent role last year. I believe she actually sent home the winning run in this game. And she's going to be a big bat tonight as well.
This is fouled back. You see the Titans bats already coming alive here, swinging at pretty much everything they've seen. Seen a lot of great pitchers so far. Here's 0-1. That's going to be swung on and missed. A little high there for Skyla's liking.
Beautiful pitch out of Curtis there. I mean, you can't get more into the catcher's glove than that.
And so Skyla's going to walk up here with an 0-2 count. 1 out, no runners on, and on deck, Addison Pertler. That's going to be up high for ball number 1.
And now Skyla continuing to battle here on the 1-2. Swinging at anything close to that zone.
1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back once again.
Right towards Chris's dome.
Wouldn't be the first time and probably won't be the last.
So now Shaw takes her minute. And it's nice not seeing a time limit on how long the batters can stand outside of the box.
Absolutely. That's going to be ball taken outside. That's played a big role in Major League Baseball this year, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out going into this season. And thankfully that hasn't transpired in the high school sports yet, but you never know. Skyla's worked herself to a 2-2 count, all evened up. That swung on and popped up. Short has a read on it, and it's going to fall into the glove, but I'm not sure if he was expecting it to.
Almost dropped there by Dunn.
Found a way, made a way for that catch, and now up to the plate, Addison Pertler.
Yeah, I was talking about that catching ability before we left for the bottom. I think it played a huge role in the baseball game last week. As you saw, the winning run scored on a bad pitch right past the catcher, and Wilski able to score there.
That ball's going to be outside. Ball number 1 for Pertler.
And I think it just says something about how important having a good catcher is, and I think it's often overlooked because of the position.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that the catcher has to be the biggest player on the team, and I just don't think that's true. I think the catcher has to be flexible, has to be able to get to the ball quickly. So I think when they say biggest player on the team, I put that as the star of the team, as in the kind of glue that holds the infield together. Of course, you have the middle infielders like short and second, but the catcher really is. This one's grounded. Second base, and quick throw to first to end the inning. But I think the catcher is just kind of that glue that holds everybody together. Kind of has the best view of the field. You can see the outfielders, can see the infielders, has communication with the pitcher.
Absolutely, I agree, Chris. And with that, the Titans not getting the inning that they hoped for. We are heading into the second here. I'm Jacob Reedy here with Christian Boussier. This is Titan TV.
And we're back here at the top of the second inning now. Boone still on the mound as that pitch is outside for ball number 1. Up to the plate is the pitcher, Curtis.
Yeah, and Boone's pitching ability wasn't really any of a responsibility for those 2 runs, so I see no problem them keeping her on the mound, and I hope to continue to see more of her. I think that she offers a lot to this Titans team, especially now having 28 strikeouts on the season.
That's going to be shot way back towards the baseball fields and out of play for everybody.
Like Mary just trying to get the attention of the boys over there. As Boone has Curtis into the 2-1. She'll be swinging on pretty much anything right here.
And now the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be in the dirt towards the ankles. Looks like they've not made contact with her though, so she'll stay up to bat.
Pertler looked as though she wanted to go have a talk with Boone, but she's gonna stay. Boone grabs some dirt.
Now Boone comes set once again. 3-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled back and bring it to full count now. So again, another full count situation. We saw a strikeout last time. What do you think Boone has in her back pocket this time?
I'm certainly hoping to see maybe a little bit of a changeup here. She's been able to get Curtis to swing on some good pitches, but Curtis playing that strikes her very well.
And the off speed is going to be chopped towards second base. Easy throw over to first to get the out. So that's going to be out number 1 and starting the inning off strong for the Titans defense. And now the infield will come in and meet up just a little bit. Pertler will stay behind.
As we welcome Elise Wood to bat. And we are almost rounding this lineup back to the top. We see Lietzo and then Snedeker, excuse me. Looks like a W.
And the first pitch is going to be swung on down the first base line, called foul, just wrapped around the bag.
And that one was certainly close. If Wood could have gotten that a little bit more inside, it would have been a great bat. Probably off the foot of Gamon.
Yeah, that was a really high-speed hit there. I mean, right down the line, pretty much hugging the line. This just shows how early she was on that swing. And again, shot it down past the left or right field line, excuse me. You can see right field and first base now starting to prepare themselves a little extra for that.
That tells Boone that Wood's just a little late on this ball, so it would do Boone a great favor to throw as fast as possible.
Yeah. I mean, just mess with the timing as much as possible. Here's the 0-2. It's called a strike, caught the inside corner, and that's going to be out number 2 there. So Boone, number 29 on the season.
So it seems as though the umpire favors the inside of that box just a little bit more. So that's something to watch today. As Boone will achieve her 29th K of the year, she's certainly going for 30 this game, and I think she can reasonably get to that, maybe even 35 if she's feeling a little bit dangerous today.
Certainly not out of reach. That one's called a strike down the center of the zone. It's going to be 0-1, excuse me. It's number 9, Maya Liestos. Here's the 0-1. That's a ball in the dirt caught by Pertler, though. Once again, just showing off her great ability.
Yeah, I mean, even when there's not a base runner on, Pertler's reaching for that ball. It's almost like it's practice to her at that point. And I think that's a good habit to build from a coach's perspective.
That ball's again going to be in the dirt. It's ball number 2, so 2-1 count now. Trying to work her way back out of this.
So Boone looking just a little bit low and outside on these pitches right now. If she can work it just into that bottom right corner of this batter box, she's going to be looking pretty.
And check swing, called a ball. So 3-1 count now. And the batter's in a great position here.
And that's another one of those pitches that you really think is going to be called a strike there, but.
And again, the umpire set the zone early off in the game, so this one's going to be chopped foul towards concession stand. Call it left field.
And that's what I try and remind a lot of fans of. It's not necessarily the call that's bad, it's the consistency of that call. If the umpire is making the same call over and over again, then that's something that players just simply have to adjust to. They can't complain about.
So here is the 3-2. Goddard looking. And that's number 30 there for Libby Boone, as the Titans are able to make a quick inning out of Lake Mary.
And as Chris said, that was number 30th for Olivia Boone on the season. And with that, we will head into the bottom of the second. This is Titan TV.
than we usually see there, as this ball is going to be fouled back and into the trees. Hey, Fisher.
This will put Mia at the 1-1 count. Comfortable count to sit at for a batter. She's going to look at Curtis's third pitch.
Fisher's batting average a .286, so on the lower side of this Titans team. See Gamont batting 500, Vaught 545, Pertler at a 440, Blanton even at a 409, Duncan at a 400. This ball's going to be popped up down the center field, looking for it. Center field able to make the catch for out number 1.
We're going to see Rogers with the bubble-style braids in her hair. Something you usually see out of Pertler. She's not rocking it today. Maybe she thinks it's a bad omen or something.
Well, that was certainly newsworthy, wasn't it, Reedy?
Absolutely.
Here's Delgado now, showing bunt's going to go on the outside corner for ball number 1.
You know, I think that a lot of people are capable of reading a stat off, but it's things like that that make this job what it is.
This is popped up on the infield. Short has a read and makes the catch. It's not much, but it's honest work there, Reedy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Titans struggling with those pop-ups today. From a coach's perspective, you just got to get a little bit over that ball. They're getting too far under it, dropping that shoulder a little too much. This is...
Looks to be Lily Vaught up to bat now. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Here's the 1-0. It's going to be, or excuse me, 0-1. It's going to be a ball, so now it's 1-1. Take a look at how the infield is laid out. No shift. Corner's in. This ball is going to be smacked down the left field line. Hooking foul, and it will roll foul. Certainly had the distance.
Wow, a lot of power behind that. If that falls in foul, it's not reaching the glove of that left fielder. And that's going to be a good base hit out of her. Might even be a double there.
And so that's going to bring it to 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Oh, check the swing, and a good call there by Vaught. It's going to make it 1-2 now.
And as we are seeing, that strike zone extremely tight today. I mean, that certainly looked like a strike. Some other pitches beforehand have looked like strikes.
She's going to swing on the outside pitch and hook it towards the right field line. It's going to go foul again, so she will stay alive.
Certainly not a pitch a lot of batters are going to swing on, but I get in that 1-2 count. Nerves are there, and a pitch like that is close enough to where you would want to swing on it.
And that's going to be called a strike on the inside corner.
And with that, we will head to the top of the third as the Titans continue and try and make up that early 2-0 start that the Lake Mary Rams got off to. This is Titan TV. And we are back here off of Rhode Island Avenue here at University High School, witnessing the top of the third here as we will start off the lineup with another left-handed batter. Seen a lot of that out of Lake Mary today. I believe this is Sawyer Snedeker.
That's going to be a strike on the lower half of the zone. And I think now the umpire's established himself as a lower zone umpire. So it's going to be interesting to see how these pitchers adjust to that. And, of course, hitters, obviously.
Excuse me, Chris. We're actually back to the top of our lineup. This is Tegan Larimore.
That's off the glove of Pertler there, who is now sporting a green towel an ode to her summer ball team.
We saw Larimore able to score last inning, or the inning previously, excuse me. Her bat was definitely hot at the beginning of this game, but now that Boone's kind of warmed up in that pitching circle, it's not going to be looking too hot for this Lake Mary team, hopefully.
Pitch is going to be swung on down the second base and had a good beat on it. Ball's going to be dropped by Gamont. Runner will not advance, but it will be a single on error.
Now, Chris, I could be wrong about this, but that ball kind of looked like it hit her within the baseline. Is there a difference in rule between softball and baseball when it comes to that, or?
So I think in baseball and softball, there's kind of a gray area between there. Obviously, if you get hit by the ball, what they're first going to look at is, was the throw even on line to the first baseman? And the second thing they're going to look at is, are you targeting the first baseman or the third baseman, depending on where you're running? Was that throw in line with them? Because if it was, then they will technically call you out or call you back. So with there, as the runner goes, throw down to second. It's good. Looks to be in time. They're going to call her safe and tapping the bag.
And a rough call out of the second base judge, as Addie Pertler looked to have gotten that down the baseline and into the glove of Fisher.
Yeah.
As parents say, that didn't look very close whatsoever. But we will head to Coach Gonzalez as he has a few words.
Gonzalez is going to talk with the umpire a little bit, just tell him what he saw. Of course, Mia could be the one to vouch for that. From my perspective, down the home plate side, it definitely looked like she could have gotten a tag up on the underside of the torso.
And it didn't look like she dropped the ball. It didn't look like she missed contact. It didn't look like the runner beat her. I don't know with that one, Chris. But we will take to Casey Kidd here.
We ball. So that'll be a pitch strike for Livy Boone now. And yeah, when you're an umpire, you just got to look at, obviously there's only 2 of them out here as compared to baseball, which usually is 3 or 4 at their respective bases. So I think just viewpoints, maybe he didn't have a good line of sight on that.
Absolutely.
Here is the 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I think that might have actually been strike 3, Chris. I think the scoreboard might have just been off on that one.
Yeah, and it was indeed.
We're going to see Casey Kidd head to the dugout as Boone's going to get her first out of the inning. And this is going to be number 6, Gabby Reyes, up to bat.
Boone will kind of reassess herself after that with the runner on second. Not going to hold her. As that one swung down the left side. That's going to make it all the way down to the left field fence and rolling. Delgado has a run on it. Throws it into Fisher, and one will score. It's going to be a double there for Reyes.
And Larimore, 2 for 2 on making it back home today. She has been a wrecking ball to this Titans team so far. And a great hit out of Reyes there. Now it's done up to bat.
Dunn gets settled into the box. First right-handed hitter. And Dunn's going to swing it. That's going to split the left fielder. Jacqueline can't get to it. Skylar Shaw now is going to back her up. One run's going to try and score. Cutoff is going to be Vaught. And another run scores to make it 4-0 in the top of the third.
It's going to be Reyes. She's grabbing at her lower back. This Lake Mary team just seems really beat up today.
Yeah, but they are finding those gaps and getting those hits. And, of course, they split the right fielder, center fielder there of Jacqueline and Skyla. I think these balls have just been finding the gaps down the line or just popping them where the shortstop and the left fielder can't really communicate, stuff like that. I think Titans need to just reassess their defense here.
Absolutely. Lake Mary getting into those little open zones that you can see in the field. And that was a great hit there out of Dunn.
So runner on second now. It's going to be ball number 1 there. That's going to be chopped low in the left field. Is the runner going to go? Runner will not go. In fact, the runner looked to be a little injured. They're grabbing her thigh with precaution, but good defense to hold the runners onto the corners. Delgado was able to get to that ball fast, again splitting the shortstop.
Now we'll likely see Rogers steal second here as Pertler can't really do anything about it with a runner on third.
And you don't want to call it an unwritten rule, but it is an unwritten rule. You know, you're always running on a 3-2 count. You're always running when the catcher has second base open, and yes, the runner will go because no throw, as you can see. It's kind of an unwritten rule, kind of like a rule of thumb, even I would call it.
I think you see it a lot more in softball too, because the bases are closer apart. In baseball, you don't see it as much. We didn't see it as much in last week's game. We actually saw a lot of hesitivity when it came to that aspect of the game. But in softball, I don't think it's feasible to not allow for that.
And I think it could also have something to do with the time that a windup takes. Of course, softball has a different windup than pitching, obviously, or baseball pitching, excuse me. So I think just the time between that, you have a couple more seconds to get down the line, and baseball has the leadoff and a lot of more strategic. So I think it just comes down to that.
Absolutely. So now with the 2-1, Boone has to fight to keep the bases at least a little empty.
And here's the pitch. It's going to be down low. Called ball there. It's going to be a 3-1 count now.
Sanchez wasn't able to get onto base last time, but this time looking pretty promising.
And on deck there is Curtis, the pitcher. So obviously you want to keep your pitcher as healthy as they can. You don't want to sacrifice your pitcher in a running, hitting situation. This ball's going to be chopped to second base. Ooh, can't make the pick. There's Vaught rolling in the center field. Here's Jacqueline to make the throw in. And another run will score, making it 5-0 here in the top of the third.
Dunn and Rogers bringing it in for the Rams. And now there might be a little bit of a pitching change here. I believe there is. They're going to bring Gamont into the circle. And Sanchez is going to be checking Boone out here. And now the Titans, third inning, face a 6-0 deficit so far. 1 out, 1 runner on base. And they got to look to recover from a huge deficit right here.
So yeah, it looks like they're going to kind of just meet here. Livy Boone obviously did a terrific job of trying to hold them off for as long as she can, but those bats just came alive.
Yeah, the third inning has certainly been where it's at for the Rams. That first inning, it was nice, but I think the Titans definitely were still in a very good position coming out of it. But now they're definitely looking up at this Rams team, and they got to make a pretty big comeback.
It's looking like Gamont now will take the mound, so Pertler is going to have a whole new catcher to catch. Obviously, bullpen buddies, but the game situation is just a little bit more stressful. But it's going to be interesting to see how Lake Mary adjusts to this pitching change.
Especially now that their pitcher is on bat. Pitcher seeing the first of the other team's pitchers, kind of an irony a little bit, but Gamont on the year playing pretty well, pitching for this Titans team. She looks at excuse me.
Took the words right out of my mouth reading.
2 strikeouts on the season, 7 hits, 13 runs, and hopefully she can bring a little bit power that this Rams team hasn't faced yet.
Yeah, and 6 games played here for Gamont, 2 pitching appearances, or plate appearances, excuse me, in this entire season. As we look towards ERA, Savannah Gamont a 19.5 in 3 appearances.
She's also used as a reliever a lot, so that's why her ERA is going to be a little bit higher, and you're not going to see as many 1s or 2s in that win column. More goose eggs, just because she doesn't get the credit for some of that stuff, but she can come in here and make sure that the Rams don't score anymore. She's doing her job.
She does have the most innings pitched, excuse me, as we look here. She has 2 strikeouts. Olivia Boone, excuse me, has the most innings pitched with 32, but Gamont 4 innings pitched here, 7 hits, 13 runs, 13 errors, 13 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So maybe to capitalize on her stats here. Here's Gamont. 0-1. This ball swung on deep out to left field, going back. Delgado at the wall. And it's going to bounce off the wall there. It's not out. One runner's going to come in and score. Excuse me, runner will stay at third. They halted her.
Delgado looked a little shooken up from
Ball
that
is
fence.
still in play, rolling around. Runner's going to come home. Tiffany Marie had the run all the way from first base down towards the left side to try and get to that.
Now these Titan kids are shaking up. And they need to get out of this inning.
It's going to make it 7-0, 1 out, and already piling onto that ERA.
I'm still focused on Delgado because she got hit by that fence hard.
Yeah, and this one's chopped to short. Mia Fisher with the throw. Tiffany will make the catch at first.
And so a sacrificial lamb of sorts, as we're going to see. Number 8, Elise Wood, take one for the team and score an RBI there, bringing Curtis home to give the Rams an 8-0 lead at the top of the third.
That ball's going to be up high for ball number 1. If we look at fielding, of course, Pertler leading in fielding percentage ahead of Delgado and Vaught and Blanton. So Pertler, I mean, she really has the ability to keep this game intact as this ball is fouled towards the left-hand side for strike number 1.
I think when we look at Pertler and Fisher and Boone, we can see futures like Vega in them. Going to D1 schools, making a name for themselves, making a name for university. We saw that a lot with the class of 22. Not as much with the class of 23, but I really hope to see it with the class of 25 and 24.
And this is as that ball gets away from Pertler, this is a predominantly young team. A lot of 25, even some 24, and even I think 126 is on this team. Only 2 2023 graduates, that's Skylar Shaw and Ellen Duncan. So just a really young team, and they have a lot of depth in this team, and this team will go for a very long time. They're going to have these players for 2, 3, even 4 years to come. So that swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I think that's why there's a general struggle here against the Rams. The Rams feature a team with at least 3 seniors on it. I know we saw them last year. And I beg to offer that there's more juniors than the Titans have sophomores because they are a very sophomore-heavy team, as you said. And if you took a little look over here at the softball field, you would see a lot of posters last year. This year, it's certainly lacking with only Duncan and Shaw, as you mentioned.
And so this is going to be a full count now for Gamont. So first full count situation for her. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, it's going to be a walk.
Now Gamont not having much better luck than Boone on her first 2 at-bats. She will hope to recover a little bit here as we will see the top of the lineup once more this inning. This is Tegan Larimore back up to bat.
So we've already made 1 rotation through the batting lineup here in this inning. Top of the third, it is 8-0 Lake Mary. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball.
Watching the feet work of Larimore, I can see an inherent difference. She kind of brings that left foot up in a very weird way, which I've never seen in places like baseball before, as that's going to be a strike.
I think it just comes with a different type of swing, and of course, just different type of way of play in softball. Of course, they're about as close as you can get. They're pretty identical sports, but as far as mechanics go, there's a lot of things that kind of are interesting compared to baseball.
I don't think you can really tell the difference until you analyze everything this up close. And
look at Tiffany all the way up on the pretty much home plate running from first base. That is a risky play there. You don't know if she's going to swing or not. You're just anticipating the bunt.
I think that's exactly what happened to Lamont earlier. And I guess it's just a caution that the Titans take.
And the 3-1 is going to be chopped over to Tiffany. She's going to hesitate to make the tag. She's going to run it back to the base. Looks like to be a confusing moment. She still got the out to end the inning. We were watching girls softball on Titan TV. Lake Mary leads 8-0. We will be right back.
I'd be like, what? You're great for doing that instead of striking out. I mean, yeah. Hey, here we go, Curtis. What do you say now, Tony? Get away.
Brought to you by Gatorade Fruit Punch.
Not actually. As we watch Curtis here, and there is Jackie taking her into the outfield, but it will fall into the glove of a Ram.
Yeah, so quick start here to this inning. Of course, 1 out, Jacqueline. And that'll bring up Gianna Parente here, third baseman for the Titans. Titans looking to stay alive here in this inning, but just in general in this game. That's going to be fouled back for a strike. That's going to be an 0-1.
So now the Titans really, they have to battle back at the bottom of this inning. Down by 8, there's not much you can do with these.
Yeah.
It's not a good number to be down by.
It's a pretty low scoring game as far as speed. I think it's a lot like soccer, you know, even just a 1-0 deficit in soccer is absolutely game changing. This one's popped up just up above the pitcher's mound and will make the catch for out number 2. It's not like football and basketball where they'll go back and forth until the end. It's more of a game if you have a lead in the beginning, you can't keep that lead, and you only rarely see a team blow a lead this large in the later half.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is going to be Gamon. She stepped in to pitch. Now she's going to be stepping into this batter box and hopefully waking these Titans up a little bit. Already 2 outs, not the bottom of the third that they needed here. But Gamon's going to take the ball there, and she'll look at a 1-0 count.
And Gamont batting-wise, a 500 batting average in 2 plate appearances, so pretty decent stats there. Here's the pitch. Gamont's going to watch the ball up high.
And that's literally going to be a great eye out of Gamont as it graces the lip of her helmet.
Scoreboard doesn't seem to be working, but we believe it's a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, swung on, early swing and miss.
So now that's going to put Gamont into 2-1. As Curtis looks to finish this inning out on another strikeout. She's been pitching beautiful so far. Nothing.
2 outs, ball outside. Count should be 3-1 to 3-2. And down by 8, no runners on, 2 outs. Gamont, the pitcher, up to the bat. Number 2 at bat, she has 1-1 run hit. This
And
one's
a
gonna
boom! Finally, a good hit out of this Titan squad as Gamont is going to take her base, and this is going to be Hall. Back up to bat, we finally get to see the start of this lineup again.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Reedy.
Sorry, Chris, I just got a little bit excited there.
And a boom. And here's Gianna Parente now to lead us off here. We've reached the Gianna Hall, excuse me, to lead us off. For the Titans, top of the lineup here.
And I think I've mentioned this before. I love Gianna Hall's hair. It matches so well with her helmet. It was like that last year too. And I think it's just like one of those things in sports. It's so cool. I see players in the NBA all the time dyeing their hair to match their uniforms. And I don't know if it's dyed or if that's just her natural hair color, but either way.
Yeah, this is going to be popped up in the right field. And it's going to drop in for a base hit. Runners will advance. And we thank Reedy, our fashion correspondent, for that comment. Here's Skylar Shaw.
Shaw facing a similar scenario that she's seen before against this Lake Mary team. Runners on first and second, and finding herself in the batter's box. A big hit here means that the Titans are still in this game. If Shaw can bring
This
these
is
runners home.
It's going to find a gap. Here comes Gamont. Now Shaw's going to get a double out of this. Throw in time. No, it's not. Send that backwards, but it doesn't matter. The Titans will score.
And that is exactly what I was talking about out of Shaw there. She's going to bring Gamont home. The Titans are going to need a little bit more than this, but that is a great start.
I think someone let Yoda into the booth. Throw in time. No, it's not. That was inverted syntax, as Miss White taught me a couple weeks ago.
And so now we will head to the catcher, Addison Pertler here.
And Pertler has a great bat on her as well. Pertler .440 batting average out of 26 plate appearances.
Perler played a huge part in that Spruce Creek one the other week. She had a pretty big bat that sent a few runners home and got her on the first. And I don't know if you've watched that video, Chris, but talk about someone screaming at softball. She was pretty pumped up, and I think if she can get a big hit here, she's going to be even more pumped up.
That ball's going to be low. We have 2 runners on the left side of the field. Second and third now. It's going to take a second to get warmed up here. And quick pitch there out of it. Throw down the third, hits Gianna. They're going to call her out.
I don't think they are. I think that answers my question. I don't think if you are hit by the ball in softball, it counts as an out.
The umpire signal out. He may have been calling it a strike.
Because I think the Lake Mary runner was hit earlier inside of the bounds, and
I've been in that position before. You know, on third base, the ball is either thrown or hit towards you, and you just get hit in the leg or maybe the arm. As far as I'm aware, in my experience, I have been called out on that before, but again, I think it just depends on the position.
I have as well. I think it might just be a baseball thing, but I honestly could not tell you. Like you said, a little bit of a gray area when it comes to the rules, but this is going to be Curtis on the 1-2. And a big hit out of Perler! And it will unfortunately be caught in the outfield.
Little diving stop there by the left fielder there. But the Titans do get their bats alive, do get some runs on board. We'll be right back. You're watching girls softball on Titan TV. The score, 8-1. Up to bat is Casey Kidd. You didn't catch the back half of that conversation I just had. It's going to be 1-0 count there.
I was wondering why I wasn't hearing any audio out of you. I looked over and your mic is not set, and I'm laughing, man. But it's all fun here as Gamont is up the 2-0 count, top of the fourth. Dunn trying to get her bat hot.
Casey now settles in, 2-0 count.
Excuse me.
Here is the pitch from Gamont. It's going to be showed bunt. Tiffany will run in. It's going to call strike number 2.
That strike call's a little delayed there.
I don't have a lot of experience in managing a team, but I did play my career in FIFA. So I think seeing the coach send a runner from third base and then her getting hit, a little strange. Usually you don't see the runner go on a 3-0 count. But I'm just still thinking about that play.
I think that when I get home tonight, I'm going to research a little bit into that rule, just so I can know for next time. It's an interesting aspect, the bridge between softball and baseball. And every day I learn a new difference that just separates the games even more.
Yeah, and I mean, these sports are sold as pretty much the same sport, but I think that's just not true. Each game has their own pros, their own cons, their own things that are easy to do, things that are harder to do, differences. So I think it's just interesting to see how these players elevate their game. This one's chopped in the left field. Delgado will make the catch for out number 1.
Delgado making up for running into that fence earlier with a big catch there on Kidd. So now the Titans need 2 more to get back into the box and hopefully hold Lake Mary here.
Stepping up to the plate now is going to be Gabby Reyes.
Reyes had a big bat last inning. And she faces Gamont for the first time now.
Wind in the pitch. Here it is. Up high for ball number 1. Upright stance from Reyes.
And you know, Chris, as much as I love those pinstripe uniforms, make a comment about Lake Mary's jerseys. They tighten around the arms, and that's not something that I feel like we see a lot in baseball and softball. I feel like they're more free flow, like how the Titans have here. But it's certainly something interesting to comment on, you know, me being the
Fashion expert. Yeah,
back
and I
here.
think seeing softball uniforms with sleeves on them at all is very interesting to me. A lot of times they're more vested uniforms or shorter sleeve uniforms.
Yeah, if you look at Hall at third base, you'll see kind of what we're talking about.
I think that's just preference. I mean, growing up playing baseball, we've always had sleeves, and I would even wear undershirts or arm sleeves after that, just as a layer of like protection. But I think it's interesting to see, again, another difference that softball has to baseball, just the uniform types. Pertler's going to have a chat with Gamont there on the mound.
Yeah, Pertler letting that one slip past her, but 3 wild pitches coming out of Gamont in this at-bat. Pertler's going to adjust her right here and hopefully get back into action in just a second.
And of course your catcher is your main source of information. Obviously you know how you're throwing, but maybe the catcher just sees something that she doesn't know, or maybe she's like, hey, this ball doesn't look right. Obviously they're switching it out. So I think just listening to your catcher, be able to break down what she's telling you will really elevate your pitching game.
Absolutely. And it seemed to be an issue with the ball there for Gamont. So they're going to trade it out with the blue, and we're going to proceed as Reyes is going to look to get another big hit, or maybe walk to first here.
And the line of the pitch, here it is. It's going to be a ball up high, and it'll be a walk to Reyes.
And so now Lake Mary's going to call the umpire.
Seems to be a pitch runner for Reyes as I hit my knee on the table. Excuse me for that.
And that was almost simultaneous with the high five there. They're going to sub out Snedeker for Reyes here.
Just to remind you, last time we faced Lake Mary, it was a loss 6-4, so it shows that this Titans team can't score against Lake Mary.
And that was this season, of course, with last season being a different story.
There. 6, like I said, playing off pretty decently looking past couple games. Of course, won 10-0 against Northeast at St. Petersburg in the tournament. 8-0 against Diemen. This is going to be popped up, and Tiffany will not make it there in time.
The ball did have some potential to leap in out there. It was inside of the fence line of this complex, so couldn't capitalize there, but just a little too close to the fence itself. And I actually got a little bit of a story about that. Popped up a ball one time, my cousin went to field and ran right into the fence, broke his nose. It's tragic, but kind of funny at the same time.
I could do you one better there. I was playing left field one time. Ball a little short towards the fence. I kind of go up against it. This one's popped up. Gianna or Fisher. Fisher's going to call it off and make the catch.
Fisher was out of my view. She was shadowed by the umpire there. I didn't even see her. I thought Hall was just letting the ball drop.
We have seen that before, letting the ball drop and making the double play. We see that a lot in Major League Baseball. It's definitely a great baseball IQ there to do that.
You got to be prepared for that because
Absolutely, you got to know where your runners are.
Be heading back to the club.
Up to bat now for Lake Mary. Even done. This is going to be chopped. Second can't get to it. It's going to roll down all the way to the left field fence with Jacqueline. Runner's going to attempt to score. No, she's going to wrap around third, but we'll hold her there.
And Avery Dunn certainly not struggling tonight when it comes to hitting, as she will likely get a free walk to second here. Now Gamont kind of seeing those same issues that Boone faced.
2 outs here for the Titans now, trying to get their bats going, get out of this inning.
They do have 2 outs, however, so Gamont can capitalize on this pitch to Sanchez here. Maybe get the Titans out of here, get them back in that batter's box where they were starting to get a little proficient.
Gamont looking at the play at first or.
Like I said, Dunn will take her free base.
First of the outfield will be the play, so I gotta have one up in the air strike zone. We're supposed to go to first. That's a likely circumstance with the tag. First 2 outs, 0-1 count. The score is 8-1. Lake Mary still leading. If the bat is done. That's a ball up high. So it's going to make it a 1-1 count now. Runner on third, runner on second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be swung on the left field. Delgado has a run on it and makes the catch to end the inning before any more damage was done.
Beautiful catch by Delgado. With that, we will head to the bottom of the 4th as the Titans down by 7. This is Titan TV.
And we are back here. Mia Fisher will lead us off this inning with Delgado batting just after her on deck. It's the first pitch to Mia, up high, ball 1.
Fisher also played a huge part last season against Lake Mary in that win. I remember she had some great bats that game, and I think it was actually one of the first games where she was got the ability to hit the ball in the high school level, or the varsity level at least. And so I think right here she could do some damage, or with the 3-0 count, she could take first base.
Here's Fisher now. A 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Could be a strike.
And a weird call out of the umpire there. He hasn't really been calling those outside balls tonight, but I guess he felt that one was close enough.
And that's going to be ball 4, so Fisher will get on base. Here is Bella Delgado now to step up. First time with runners in scoring position. Delgado, first pitch outside. Mia Fisher looking to go. but holds back.
Rogers staring down Fisher there on the first base. And an ode to kind of tell her, don't even think about it. But Mia's fast.
This is going to be popped up first base side, and will go foul.
And if she gets that steal sign, I think that she can make it to second.
Absolutely. Mia has a ton of speed on her, especially playing shortstop, obviously. Has to be kind of agile, too. This ball is going to be popped up and caught, diving back to first. She's called safe. But a scary moment there for the Titans as Mia slowly gets up there.
Smart play by Fisher there. Unfortunately, Delgado not able to get on base, but we will welcome Vaught back up to hit here.
It's one out for the Titans now. Here's Vaught. First pitch, again, a ball outside. It's going to be a 1-0 count now. Runner on first. Pitch is going to be swung on out the left field. Diving
catch.
catch.
Looked to be dropped, but it will be called out. And that will send Vaught back to the dugout as well, as I believe this is Lana taking to the batter's box.
That was a great stop there by the left fielder. Just barely getting the glove down under there.
Absolutely, and you know.
That's a shot down past the shortstop diving. That's going to bring Mia around second. Mia's getting the wave around. Mia's going to head all the way to third. She's going to touch home plate. Diving is Jacqueline. Jacqueline in with a double, and Mia Fisher comes in the score to make this 2-8.
Like I was saying beforehand, look, this is the little left fielder used the arc of her glove as an advantage to kind of hide that ball. She might have caught it, but it kind of looked like she just let it fall into the little cavity there. But a great catch by the left fielder, great play, but huge hit out of Lana.
So here is Tiffany Marie, first baseman for the Titans, batting out. Gamont on deck. That's going to be an off speed. It's going to curve into the zone for strike number 1.
Beautiful pitch by Curtis. That's a pitch you usually see in baseball. I haven't seen the softball move like that tonight until now.
And so now the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be up high for ball number 2. Runner on second base.
Can we just talk about Lana's speed off of that bag? It almost looks like though she's leading off, but I know she isn't. But she's just able to get almost all the way to the shortstop there in such a quick burst.
That's fouled back for strike number 2. And yeah, absolutely, a lot of bat speed. That's the key to this game. Whether it's baseball, softball, bat speed is key. Able to get the bat through the zone quickly and make contact with the ball.
So now with the 2-2-2, as the Titans have 2 points on the board, they trail by 6.
Pitches inside, ball number 2. Ball number 3, excuse me. That's going to bring us to a full count.
Hey, best pitch here, Tony Kirk, finish it.
Marie faces the 3-2, runner on second.
That's going to be ball 4, so that's going to put the runners at second and first. Excuse me. They're going to call her back saying it was ball 3. So scoreboard was messed up there.
And so now we will see full count.
Full count pitch here from Curtis. Coming up a line pitch. Here it is. That's going to be swung on the ground. Does it find the gap? It does. Here comes Jacqueline. Jacqueline gets waved around, sliding in under the catcher.
Marie will make it to second, and another double out of the Titans bats, and another point added to the board. The Titans now only trailing by 5, playing great defense in this inning, and as well scoring 2 more runs as Gamont, the pitcher, is back up to bat.
And I think Tiffany is the first person to turn a walk into a double there in the same at-bat.
Yeah, certainly an interesting little deal there, but I think she's happy now that the umpire called her back to get one more little swing, and a great swing it was, making it down that second baseline past Curtis and into center field.
So here's Savannah Gamont now, the pitcher, facing Curtis again. Throw down the second, almost caught her sleeping, but able to dive back.
And I think Rogers evaluates that Marie just doesn't have the speed that Lana does. And so she's going to go for that throw. They're not going to get it, but a good throw down that second baseline.
Good job there, Kirk, good job.
So now that's going to make it a 2-0 pitch, or excuse me, 2-0 count, 2 outs, runner on second once again. On deck is Gianna Hall. There is the 2-0. That's going to be an off-speed. Good eye there from the batter.
Stop right there, T-Rod.
So now Gamont faces the 3-0 here, and this time it is actually 3 walks on the board. Excuse me, never mind. Apparently it's the 2-1, so a little problem with the count here, but nothing we can't work on.
That's going to be a ball. That's going to make it the 3-0 now.
That will make it the 3-1.
3-1, excuse me. As the sun starts to come and make its way behind the clouds, that's going to play a big factor on the outfield there specifically, and the left half of the field. That's a strike. Works Savannah up to a full count now. This is where you have to have a good batter's eye, because with the big power hitter on deck, you don't want to sacrifice the scoring attempt here. And a great eye there by Savannah Gamont. That's going to bring up Gianna Hall and Skyla Shaw. So top of the lineup here. Gianna, big hitter. That's why she's at the top. This could break this game right back into the Titans' reach.
If Gianna gets a big enough hit here, she puts the Titans up 1, 2, maybe even 3 runs. Gets them not just back in this game, but in a good enough position to where that they can take it over.
Timeout called here.
She's certainly a role player here as they talk about Curtis.
Gianna's just going to get maybe a couple words of wisdom from her coach, you know, talking to her about maybe if they're going to change up the signs, what her strategy is going to be out here. So this game is now 8-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Titans are down.
And we got it.
Certainly getting our hopes back up, though, as Hall sees Curtis.
That's going to be a ball down low there for Hall to start off this at-bat. 1-0 count, 2 outs, runner on first and second base. Pitch is going to be swung on and lined out the center field, but caught. And boy, that sounded really hard off the bat. If we could see that next inning.
That sounded really good coming off of Hall's bat there. Unfortunately, just didn't have the distance, and so we will head to the top of the 5th as Lake Mary gets another chance and another look at Gamont. You are watching Titan TV.
Tiffany Clemente, number 9, junior third baseman. Gianna Hall, number 7, junior third baseman and catcher.
Savannah Gamont, number 5, junior, pitcher and first base.
Jacqueline Lara, number 17, sophomore outfield.
Mia Fisher, number 13, sophomore infield. Liana Spiegel, number 1, junior outfield.
Annalyn Duncan, senior infield.
Skyla Shaw, number 2, University Titans.
Maggie Blanton, 4, first base, junior. Lillian Vaught, number 3, second base, junior. Maggie Blanton, 4, junior, first base.
Bella Delgado, number 10, sophomore utility. Olivia Boone, number 12, sophomore pitcher.
And we're here at the top of the 5th inning. This game coming to a close, but not without a fight. Savannah Gamont still on the mound for the Titans here. That's going to be chopped in the left field. Delgado makes the play, and it will be a single down the left field line.
Now this will it be Elise Wood up to bat right after. Actually, I believe we might have had a substitution here. It looks as though they might have taken Curtis out.
That ball is going to fly over the right field fence for foul ball.
So I believe, Chris, that signifies there's going to be a pitching change next inning for the Rams. But for now, we will watch as Wood faces the 0-1. Here's Gamont on the pitch.
Wind and the pitch from Gamont in the dirt. Runner does not go.
A good save by Pertler there, keeping the runner on first, making sure that they don't try and advance that steal. Gamont, 1-1.
Gamont now the 1-1 pitch, as Reedy said. Here it is. Ball just inside.
And that's been a ball that's called a strike so far all day. I guess it might have just reached a little too inside there on Wood.
Here's the wind and the pitch. Another ball outside. It's going to make it a 3-1 count now. That's going to be chopped towards second base. No double play, and she drops it. Runners will stay for the Yards first and second now.
And you know, for the position that the Titans brought themselves back in, they look very unmotivated in the field right now.
Yeah, especially coming off that hot inning they had with their bats. I mean, they scored 2-3 runs.
I mean, on that first bat, Halden, I don't know if it's designed like that, but Hall didn't even look like she was making an effort for the ball at third. And there, Vaught just kind of lethargic on that field.
Yeah, it's going to be ball number 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Ball number 2. Here comes the delivery.
And so I'm just receiving word that we unfortunately had to take one of our cameras down due to weather difficulties. So be shooting from behind the back of Mia Liazzo for the rest of the game. And of course the center field angle.
That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Runners will advance. Bases are now juiced here for Lake Mary.
And so now Gamont in a very difficult position. And Lake Mary feeling pretty good right now in this position as they start the top of their lineup once more with Larimore. This is going to be the 4th time today that Larimore sees the batter's box.
So runners in scoring position here. Here's the wind and the pitch from Gamont. Ball up high. Weather starting to roll in from what looks to be the north side. Of course, doesn't look like it'll play a part just yet. Here's the pitch, a strike down the middle. Still no outs. This one's fouled back towards concessions. So it'll be no outs. Bases are loaded. A 1-2 count here.
Larimore now fighting. Stay alive. No outs.
This is going to be chopped. Shortstop can't get the glove on it. 1 run will score. Here comes 2 runs now. Ball still floating around in the outfield. Runner will go in the third, called safe.
And now the Titans back in another terrible position here as they trail by 7. Lake Mary 10, your Titans 3. So now Gamont faces a runner on third and a runner on second, as this is a Casey Kidd up to bat.
2 runners on first and second for Kidd. That's going to be chopped down past the pitcher. Second base has it. Throw is in time.
So that will be the first out of this inning made at first base, but that will be another runner scored in Mia Lietzo's. So now the Titans trail by 8. Lake Mary looking to close out this game.
It is 3-11. The wind starts to howl just behind us, pushing towards center field. That'll give the ball a lot more backspin. Pitches inside for strike. 1 out here.
So good pitch to start this at-bat for Gamont. As this is Reyes.
0-1.
Excuse me,
Popped up first base side. Here's Tiffany. And Vaught makes the trailing catch. Throw home will bounce out of the glove, but 2 outs now. Titans trying to stay alive.
And so this is going to be Avery Dunn up to bat, as Gamont is going to look to finish out this rough inning for the Titans and maybe get back to the bottom of the 5th in bats, as the Titans still trail by 8. But Dunn certainly looking to change that.
Here's the first pitch. Strike, caught the inside corner.
So the 0-1.
That's going to be a ball outside. That's going to be popped up just above home plate. Vaught has it and makes the play to end this inning.
And so now Vaught will be responsible for all 3 outs that carry us out of this inning. And the Titans will head to the bottom of the 5th, down by 8, 11-3. This is Titan TV.
And we're back here. Skyla Shaw will lead us off. This is going to be a great start to the inning, though. Hit towards center field, and we'll go and drop in for a base hit. So a single for Skyla.
Skyla 1-3 on the day, or 2-3, excuse me. Not meaning to slayer there. She's batting pretty good today, as what we expected to saw. So now here's Pertler. She's going to try and clean Skyla up a little bit.
Yeah, Pertler doing pretty good today so far, of course, with a runner in scoring position. This is the first. There is the pitch. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Caught it, looks like. That zone seems to be getting a little wider as we make our way through this game.
It certainly does, Chris. I was thinking the exact same thing, but hasn't really changed in the height much. He's been calling lower balls, and I think that's probably a more constant in softball just because a lot of the balls are breaking more than they are in baseball. But certainly a good pitch out of Lake Mary, as there was a pitching change I referred to earlier.
That's going to be a chopper off the glove of the pitcher. Can't come up with it for the double play. Both runners will be safe. And now Mia Fisher will walk up to the plate with Delgado right behind her.
And now Fisher, a big bat. We saw her make a big play earlier today. And let's see if she can do it again for this Titans team. 2 on base. They have the potential to get to 6 here.
See if Fisher can fish in some runs. Same joke 2 years in a row. That's going to be swung on and popped up the left.
Still hasn't gotten old, Chris.
And it's going to be made for the out. Runners will not advance.
Fisher getting a good piece of it, just not enough as Delgado walk up to the plate, excuse me, with 1 out for the Titans.
Here's Delgado, like you said, 1 out, 2 runners on. That's Pertler at first, Shaw at second. Pitch is going to be swung on, grounded to short. They go to 2, they go to 1, but it doesn't look like it's in time.
So Pertler sacrificing herself there to push Shaw to third, and Delgado's going to make her way down to first base, excuse me, as this is Vaught, contributed on those 3 outs last inning, and a big bat the inning before.
We'll move Shaw to third now. Here's the pitch to Vaught. That's going to be swung on left field. Just shy of the line.
To get into that baseline. Would have been a huge hit out of Lily if so, but we're going to take her to the 0-1 here. Runners on first and third. Delgado should be looking for a free base here.
Runner on first, runner on third, runners on the corners. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Oh, off-speed pitch. Call the ball.
By the way, Chris, this is Camila Leon Blanco on the mound right now, number 15 for the Rams.
That's going to be strike, caught the outside corner.
Excuse me, never mind. This will be Elise Wood. So a little weird there. I think what they did was move Wood up to in the order.
This ball is popped up in the infield, running it out, and to make the catch is the second baseman. So we go to the top of the 6th.
The final inning for these 2 teams. The Lake Mary Rams lead by 8, 11-3. Not the game the Titans wish for, but they still have some hope in them. This is Titan TV.
And so stepping up to the plate now will be for Lake Mary.
Yeah, a little confusion in the batting order. We will figure it out here, though, as that will look to be a ball out of Gamont.
Can't see her jersey number just yet. She comes set in the box now.
I believe this is done here. I could be wrong. Looks as though there's a 7 on the back of her helmet. Nope, that's going to be number 3.
That's
Taylor
going to be
Rogers.
popped up at the center field, going back at the wall, kissing goodbye. That ball is out of here. And a home run for Lake Mary will send this game, break it wide open. It is 12-3. As Dunn will trot around the bases and make her way around the diamond, awaiting her big red wall of teammates.
And Rogers kind of sending this Titans team off. And they will still have that chance in the bottom of this inning, but it's certainly not looking too good right now, Chris. As this is going to be number 4, Aaliyah Sanchez, up to bat, and some big shoes to fill here as she comes up after Taylor Rogers, the home run hitter.
Now, I don't know about you, Reedy, but I'm always feeling my shoes. Just after this, this is popped up. Right field. Jacqueline makes the catch. After this game, the Titans will go play Lake Wales in a neutral tournament, and then New Smyrna Beach away. Their next home game will be against Eustis on the 11th of April.
And I think we might be out for that one, Chris, because
we will be
me and Adam are going to be out back from LA, so we might be broadcasting that one. We will certainly keep you updated if there's no other sports that day. You should expect to see us out here.
This is going to be popped up foul. Oh.
And that literally almost just hit my mom. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. So, 2 Reedies become the star of the show tonight as we head back to the softball game. Gamont on the 0-1.
Way to break the news to us, Reedy.
Out of everyone, of course, it just had to be my mom, Chris.
And so
it just had to be.
Literally almost just hit Reedy's mom, ladies and gentlemen. As
so this is going to be Sydney Vaught up to bat here, facing the 1-1.
It's a Gamont now, just trying to end off this inning. Try and salvage whatever she can out of this. It's going to be a 1-1. Here's the pitch. This is swung on deep out the left field. It's going to go up against the wall.
Delgado not able to get back to it there.
Delgado makes the throw into short, and it will go in as a double. Short, Mia Fisher still can't come up with it. And it'll go in as a double.
Big hit out of Vogt. We didn't see her at the start of this game, but she came in after that pitching change for Curtis. And that was kind of the confusion with the lineup. Being that extra batter we didn't have a name for, but now we will see number 8. This is going to be Elise Wood up to bat.
Elise Wood also the pitcher, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely,
Runner
Chris.
on second. Here's the throw up high, ball 1. That's chopped over to right field. Jacqueline looks like she hesitated but made the catch. Throw to second will roll away towards third base. Couldn't get the pick on it.
Yeah, but just getting that ball over to that baseline is huge. It prevents the runner from going to third because she can tag up there. But a big play out of Jacqueline Lana in right field. And so now we'll take it over to number 9. This is going to be Mia Liatzos up to bat. And hopefully Gamont can finish the top of this inning out. 2 outs on the board. The Titans trail by 9.
First pitch, running in for the swing, can't make contact. It's going to be ball number 1. 2 outs, runner on second base still. So now, still set in the box. That's going to be ball up high.
And the umpire a little scared there, but Pertler saving him. As that ball is very high. This is going to take us to the 2-0. Gamont now fighting back.
So 2 balls, 2 outs, 1 runner on second base. An inning full of 2s as that ball will go in for ball number 3 now. And so now coming set 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Got to work the count back up. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Runner
they're
going
gonna
to
get her a third!
She got him. And Addison Pertler finally makes the throw to get the runner.
Pertler might not have done that intentionally, but if she did, that was genius. It kind of looked like she let the ball just bounce off of her glove. She caught a Vogt there sleeping in the middle of second and third, and a beautiful play out of the Titans catcher. And so now we head into the bottom of the 6th, the last chance at redemption. The Titans trail by 9. This is Titan TV.
This is going to be a ground ball to second base. Quick throw to first in time. And I'm going to sing-songy it because it was fun and I'm stuck in it now. Up to bat, Gianna Parente. No, excuse me, that's Tiffany Marie.
Sorry, Chris. I was checking on my mom, making sure she's okay after that near-death accident, you know.
Near-death experience. That ball's going to be way outside. I almost had a near-death experience there. Tiffany Marie, first baseman for the Titans, facing off this new pitcher for the first time.
She hit a big double earlier. The Titans could really use that now. Anything, honestly, would be huge for this team.
That's going to be a check swing, called strike. Just found the inside corner. That's going to make it a 1-1 count now, 1 out. No runners on. On deck, Skylar Shaw. Here's the pitch. It's going to be another check swing. Did she go? No, she did not go, so it'll be ball number 2 there for Tiffany Marie.
Syllables are hard, Chris.
The syllables aren't my strong suit. Suet. Here's the pitch, swung on and popped it just off the plate. Pitcher fields it nicely. Throw to first.
And
Can't come up with the
it's going to
pick.
go past the first baseman, and Marie's making it to second. And another double out of Tiffany Marie.
And so that'll bring up Savannah Gamont now. Gamont, the pitcher, will show up with a runner on second. 1 out here.
Gamont can find a gap here. Marie can bring it home. Put the Titans in a little bit of a better position. 1 out is certainly not what they want right now, but it's something that they can fight back from.
There's the pitch. It's going to be ball number 1. Zones expanded even lower, or expanded lower, shrunk just a little bit. He was calling that strike just a few innings ago.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep seeing that, I guess. We are ending the game here, but...
That's another ball in the dirt there for the Titans, so it'll be ball number 2 there.
I feel like we started the strike zone at the collarbone of the players, and now we're down to that midline.
Just below the letters, the strike zone falls. There's Gianna. Tiffany once again on second base. Pretty decent speed on her.
So this is going to send us to the 3-0.
3-0 count now. Ahead in the count is Savannah Gamont. Here is the line and the pitch. Call the ball, so she'll draw the walk. Now here's Gianna. We've reached the top of the lineup. Gianna, Skyla, Mia Fisher. Gianna.
Now Hall with a big bat here. could do some damage to this Lake Mary lead.
Here's the first pitch, wind. Swung on, grounded to third. Can't come up with it, though. Runner's going to advance to third, second, and the bases are loaded for Skyla.
I believe that Marie was called out at third, unfortunately, not able to get to it on time. They didn't have to tag her due to the alignment of the bases, so now Shaw has to fight back from 2 outs. Runners on first and second as the Titans' chance of coming back slowly dies just a little bit more.
Yeah, you're right, Rudy. There was the force out at third base. Pertler set on deck. This is going to be lined over the head of shortstop. That's going to bring Skyla, gets the wave around. Throw to first, or home, excuse me, is going to be short.
And
Skylar's going to be held at third anyways.
now Gamont kind of regretting not going home here
That was Gamont, not Skylar, excuse me. Skylar was up to bats.
as the catcher fumbled the ball a little bit, but it's fine. Pertler's going to walk on with bases loaded here, and she had a pretty hot bat earlier. Let's see if she can keep that going.
Mia Fisher on deck, followed by Delgado. Pertler now, huge moment here for number 11.
Hey, one more here, Al.
Pitch out
Here's
of Woods.
wind in the pitch. Ooh, called a strike on the inside half of the strike zone.
That ball looked a little bit low there, Chris, but
Yeah, but he's been calling them there all day,
pretty low
Rudy.
all day. Yeah, I agree.
Kind of fluctuated in that corner. He's at a pretty fluid zone for the most part. Here is the 0-1 pitch coming your way. Ball outside. Oh, but Skylick gets caught sleeping, and that'll end the game on a pickoff attempt at first base. Certainly not the way the Titans wanted it to go. Pertler shaking her head in disbelief. Skyla walking off the field.
And that right there is the highs and lows of being a catcher, folks. Last week we saw the lows, and this week we'll see the highs. And unfortunately, today the Titans also saw the lows. They're going to take a 3-12 loss here to Lake Mary, 8-point deficit. 8-point deficit, or 9-point deficit, excuse me. Math's a little shaky. But we're going to end this broadcast.
Excuse us, they do in fact have another inning. They play 7 innings, not 6, as our stat keeper told us they played 6 innings.
No, I was told there were 6.
We are still alive and well here in this game. They're going to get warmed up there.
I'm sorry, folks. I was told that there were 6 innings.
On the sideline. Whew.
And so now we're back for what seems like a bonus inning here, folks, as we will take it back to Gamont. And this is going to be number 9, Mia Lietzo, up the bat.
Reedy, never change. I know you're going off to do bigger things at UF, but just never change. That one's fouled back towards concession. Bonus innings it is.
That would be my luck. Ball almost hits my mom. Ball almost hits my car. It's gonna come through the fence and almost hit me.
They get an 0-1 count now. Gamont with the 0-1 pitch. Ball's gonna get away from Pertler. So now already quickly settled back in. It's going to be number 9, Mili Estos for Lake Mary. Line pitch, here it is. Again, a ball up high. Can't really connect on it.
So now Gamont battles a 2-1.
That's going to be chopped in the left field. Finds the gap between center. The throw is going to be the second. Runner will be held at first base.
And the holder is single. That's a routine play by Lieto there. Not much the outfield can really do. The ball just got into a spot that's pretty much always going to be open, and so now we will head to number 1 and the top of the lineup, Tegan Larimore, as she will see Gamont for, I believe, the 4th time, and she's seen the batter box for the 5th or 6th time. She's made her way up here a good amount, and she certainly proved that she deserves it, hitting very well today. So let's see what Gamont can do to Larimore.
Yeah, each team has used about 2 pitchers today. I don't think we've seen any other relievers. It's been Gamont and Boone for the Titans.
And Wood and Curtis for the Rams. I did kind of expect to see maybe a change here in the 7th, but nothing's going to come in for a closer, so Gamont's going to finish it out here. We'll see what Lake Mary does.
That shows bunt. Runner almost again gets caught.
Ooh.
Just like Skyla was caught.
And a rough tag out of Marie there, hitting the dome of Lieto, excuse me.
Yeah, Marie kind of putting a very harsh tag on the first base runner. Now coming set. Once again, Tegan. Here is the wind and the pitch from Gamont. Charging in, runner almost again caught at first base. First
Pertler
baseman was
very
not set.
ready for that steal there.
Now Pertler just trying to keep the runners in check.
As Gamont faces a 3-0.
Tiffany Marie now playing in, shows bunt once again. That's going to be called strike. It brings us to a full count. 3-2.
Is it full count? As we continue to face scoreboard problems.
Excuse me, 3-1, I believe, is what the scoreboard says.
I guess we will have to find out. Here's Lieto.
Lieto now. Going to be called a ball. It'll be a walk. Called up high. Gamont certainly looks like she's struggling out there.
Yeah, but at this point, if you didn't already bring in a closer, I don't see a point of really a pitch change. So they're just going to let Gamont finish out here. 0 outs for the Titans so far, but we will see Casey Kidd back up to bat.
Casey Kidd stepping up once again. One of my favorite names I think I've ever heard.
I think that's right up there with track star Kimmy Cook that competed here at University a year or
This
two
is going to
ago.
be a shot off the bat and down in the left field. That's going to spring one. She's getting the wave around from the third base coach. She's still going to go. Throw is not in time. Off of Mia Fisher's glove as it looks.
You know, we talk a lot about Larimore's bats, but her speed is honestly ridiculous. I mean, she was almost catching up to Lieto's there.
Yeah, that was a rough moment there for the Titans, but hoping to capitalize on this one. Move on to the next play. Still no outs. Runner on third. Here's Gamont's pitch. That's a shot down the third base. Looking at the runner at first. Throw is in time, and the hold on the runner, Tiffany Marie, will run it in.
And you know, that was a very well executed play by Hall there. She looked back at the third base runner to see if she was going to take a step off that base and maybe get a little sneaky tag in there. Unfortunately, good base running out of Lake Mary this entire game. And Hall's going to capitalize on that first base out. And the Titans will get their first out of the top of the 7th.
One out here. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball just outside. Not just outside. Way outside, excuse me. One out. One runner on third base. On deck is the catcher. Curtis. That's a shot in the right field, but dropping in for Vaught. The runner attempted to come home. Pertler will make the grab. And back over to the pitcher, Gamont.
Vaught really does play that second base position very well. She covers up that little gray zone that's in that spot right there so that Jackie can play back. And as we've seen, that's been very important today. Lake Mary hitting balls deep left and right. Nothing really center so far for them.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of range from Vaught, trailing all the way back from behind first base to make plays. There's 2 outs here. 3-14 is your score. There's a line to pitch. There's a shot in the right field going back, and kiss it goodbye. That ball's going to head out of here now. A long shot for Taylor Rogers.
And that's going to be her second of the day. And that will put the Rams at a 16-3 lead.
Taylor Rogers, what a shot.
And now it is simply just a shooting gallery as the Rams are going to send another one past the fence line and crush the dreams and hopes of this Titans team even more.
Yeah, and I think that home run was the same exact distance and location as the last one. So now here comes the coach for Lake Mary to talk to the umpire, possibly to make a substitution. "15 for 4, they say.
So that's going to be number 15 checking in for number 4, Sanchez, number 15, Camilo Leon Blanco, which means that there is going to be a closer coming into this game. Blanco likely stepping up to pitch for this Rams and ending off the Titans. We look at 2 outs, nobody on base after Rogers cleaned up. Here's Gamont trying to finish it out here.
Line in the pitch, here it is. Swung on, foul, back to the pole.
And unfortunately, once the ball hits the fence, you can no longer catch it for an out, but that one fell into the glove of Pertler.
Pertler now set. Gamont now getting the pitch. Line pitch, here it is. Swung on down the shortstop. Fisher has a read, took a bad hop, stays with it, throw to first, picked up, but out of the glove.
Marie not able to make the catch there. Fisher struggled a little bit in the clay. And this ball is going to get past the third baseman, and now there doesn't seem to be any running out of Blanco, and they're going to throw it to second.
And they threw it to shortstop, and then the shortstop underhanded it to second.
So
I haven't seen a play like that.
Ball on a wild ride here.
In my 3 years of broadcasting, I have never seen a play just like that.
So now a little bit of a huddle here for the Titans. I don't think that there's much to talk about, though, as they still continue to trail by 13.
Just bad base running, bad fielding, just bad overall.
It's been a rough day. It certainly has, but
It's been
we've
a very
seen the
long
Titans
day
play some
in the
great
office.
softball, and I think that they just weren't ready for this matchup today against Lake Mary, especially with the absence of Duncan.
Yes, the absence of Duncan is a huge hole in the Titans' starting 9.
So this is Vogt.
Already 1 ball on the count. 1-0, 2 outs, 1 runner on second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded. Vaught can't get to it. It finds a hole. Here comes Jacqueline. Jacqueline kicks it around a little bit. Throw to second. We'll find Mia Fisher.
And that will bring Blanco home. And she will get a run in before she even gets the chance to pitch this inning. And the Rams will greaten their lead by 14. Better greaten. What do you think the correct adjective for
I don't know, but we interrupt this inning to bring you breaking news. Addison Pertler's towel has been left in the dugout. Here's a play by Fisher to first to end what is possibly one of the longest innings the Titans have had so far today.
I don't know. The third might have been a longer one. But with that, we will head to the bottom of the 7th.
No, we are going to line it up here. We thank you for joining us on Titan TV. I'm Christian Boussier, and from all of us here, good night.
Good night.
We are back once again, Titans. for the top of the bottom of the 7th inning. We thought we were leaving you, but you get to hear us for just a little longer. Addison Pertler will lead us off for this inning. It has been a very, very long afternoon for the Titans defense. Of course, letting off 17 runs. New pitcher on the mound here. Pertler trying to get her timing, followed up by Mia Fisher and Delgado.
And it seems as though people behind the cameras have a lot of jokes today. And so we're just dealing with that right now. As it's not just me and Chris here, you know, we got a big crew out here. We got camera people, camera operators. We got people like Michaela, Katie, Eric, Adam, Coach Kells, of course. Other people like Kevin. They helped us out tremendously today. I want to give a big thank you and a big shout out to them.
You may know Adam, one of the more mediocre voices on Titan TV. And so Addison,
he's also the one that told us there was only 6 innings. So
Addison Pertler will step into the box now. Already a 1-0 count. Pertler will swing. That's going to be grounded to second base. Quick snap to first for the out.
And that ball was actually tipped off the glove of Woods. And I was expecting that pitching change, but there wasn't. So it seems as though they just wanted Blanco to get a shot to bat.
So here's Mia Fisher now, 1 out, nobody on base, and Delgado will follow up after that. That's a strike called, caught the outside.
Now Fisher facing the 0-1.
That's a shot in the center field, going back to the wall. It is caught. What a catch there by the center fielder.
And Larimore
slamming into the
just
fence.
Continuing to prove why she is the MVP of this Rams team this year. But she looks a little shaken up right now.
And now the coach will hustle her way out to center field to check on her center fielder. Of course, we hope she's okay.
And that is head coach Jenny Fisher making her way out to Larimore, hopefully not too beat up. And we are also going to bring our medical staff here.
That's Coach Fleming now running out there. She took a hard hit.
That reminds me of the hit that Delgado took earlier. I was very concerned about her. I know how hard that fence can be, and I've seen MLB players hit that fence softer than Larimore has, and have gotten more hurt than I think she might be here. She looks to be okay, as I believe she is making her way off the field now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened on that play. Maybe she just didn't see the fence in time. But certainly glad to see her walk away from that. So our medical staff here at University High School taking great care. We're going to look and see who they substitute for that. As on deck looks to be Lily Vaught. Delgado, once again, happy to see her walk off the field, and she's going to go under medical examination.
I believe that's going to be the concussion test over there. So what they're going to do is they're going to move Sanchez out to left field, and they're going to put Vogt back there in center for Larimore.
Yeah, and then she like.
Yeah, so just minor substitutions here.
And it looks as though they'll bring Reyes back in the game. They took her out earlier for number 15, and they're going to put her back in, Blanco. So now Delgado faces 2 outs, nobody on base, and a 14-point deficit.
Yeah, so 17 to 3 is our score at the moment. Now, everybody seems to be set. Center fielder comes out. Pitching staff stays the same. Infield stays the same. And we are set to play Titans softball. Once again, 2 outs, nobody on base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded by Delgado. That's going to be thrown to first.
And that will end us off, folks. Unfortunately, the Titans not able to walk away with a win on this one.
Are we sure?
I believe we're sure here as the players line up. The Titans 17-3, unfortunately today. Not their day, but we will head to a future game, I'm sure. As always, I am your voice of Titan TV, Jacob Reedy, brought to you with the face of University High School, Chris Boussier. And as always, a great production team in Adam Black, Eric Evans, and Coach Kells, as always. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure to tune in for the next one. This is Titan TV.